have an apple, 2 slices of wholemeal bread with peanut butter inside. Peanut butter, doing a bit of a rush, so I was trying to get to 15 grams, but it was 16 grams, so I just left it like that. And I, yeah, so 4.5 thins thereabouts, and 1 apple and a healthy extra bee. I've just got curry and rice. Yeah, I'm just having a decaffeinated coffee. I've just finished the first question of my little course thing. I was supposed to finish 2 units, and I've done like 1 question of the first unit. So there's quite a lot to do. But he did say it just got to judge it, see how I get on, and I'll adjust it as it goes. So I think my kids are unhappy. I'll see you in a bit. Just having some, I put some leftover rice and curry in here the other day, and I'm just having some of that now. This is so I'm getting pretty hungry, and it's Friday night, so just take our time over making some tea. So I'm going to make some chips and such in a bit. I'm just going to have this to tide me over. Oh yeah, just do a quick little top up as to where I'm at. I've just been doing quite a lot of cooking. I'm just quickly nipping out to grab some milk and post back the library DVDs, and they were due back today, so I'm just going to slip them in the little post box thing for them. See if I get a fine, whether they get classed as tomorrow or not. So basically I've sort of been nibbling on sort of like free food and speed food. So for instance, I had my curry, and then I made some Slimming World chips, and I just had a couple of Slimming World chips, like maybe 6 or 7 over the time. I've had I made the kiddies and my partner after his meal, like pancakes and chopped up apple and honey stacks. That's totally something I would never really normally make, but I got a bit of time on a Friday, so I just kind of felt in a cooking mood, so I did that. And so I ate some, like when I chopped up the apple slices, I kind of ate the core, not the whole core, but like a bit of it, sort of thing. So I ate some apple. I ate some. I made some falafels. I was watching Tess. Because I thought, well, I'll watch Tess's falafel thing, because then maybe that'll kind of give me some inspiration about falafels. I thought maybe I want to make some falafels, and then I was watching her video about falafels, and then while she was making her falafels, she was watching a video about me, and I was watching her, and so it was like a big old circle. And then I probably kind of after that I made the chips, then I made the pancakes, and then I made the falafels, and I did that with onion, chickpeas, like, you know, garam masala, coriander, garlic granules, salt and pepper, that sort of thing. And then I microwaved some chunks of sweet potato. I think it was actually quite a long time. It was only like 7 minutes or something. It ended up before it was quite soft. And then I also grated a carrot. I hate grating carrots, but it takes so forever. But I thought I got a bit of time, so I'll grate a carrot. So I grated a carrot in, so I ended up with onion, carrot, chickpeas, and sweet potato. And they are just in the oven. Basically, I turned all the oven off and that's just sitting in there now for me when I get back. And then I'm gonna have pita bread and little falafels and hummus, because I made some hummus as well. So I've had some snacks of like a bit of hummus and a few tastes of the falafel as it was cooking, just to see what it was tasting like. So yeah, I've eaten, but it's all been free food and speed food, and there's not been any sins in there. So I think it should be relatively okay in that regard. I wonder if I had any licks of my finger while I had honey on them. I might have done. So probably maybe, should we say, like, I certainly wouldn't have had a teaspoonful, but should we say a 1 sin, just to be on the safe side? because it's always a good idea to err on the side of safety rather than, you know, kind of let yourself get away with stuff. Otherwise you end up scuppering your own attempts at life. So I'm going to go nip off now and go and get this milk and put the DVDs back, and then I'm going to sit down and enjoy my meal of pitta and falafel and lettuce and chilli and all sorts of goodness. So I'll do a bit of a video when I get back and eat that. See you in a bit, guys. Lots of love. Bye. Hiya, so I am back. I am weighing my pitta bread, and this pitta bread is the Sainsbury's. Here's the pitta bread. The Sainsbury's wholemeal pitta bread, pack of 6. It says on the app that they are 7.5 sins each, so I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to go for, I've had 5.5 sins today so far, so 7.5 sins, it's 13 sins in total, and I'm going to use the pitta bread as my sins. So yeah, 13 sins. So I've put the rest of them straight away in the freezer. My challenge now will be the fact that I used to eat pitta breads toasted with margarine. I used to eat them, like I could eat maybe 3 pita breads in a go like that. So this is a sort of new territory in terms of eating them in a more maybe the more moderated, more comfortable, more kind of healthy, or I don't quite know what word to use, but more kind of in a kind of more safer way, or more controlled way, or I don't know, something like that. So I'm just going to take my time over it, because it's going to be food in the house that I know it's in the freezer, but I can easily toast it, and then toasted it is exactly how I used to like to eat it. So take my time with that. I'll probably forget it's there, and then probably move on, so it'll be alright. So just thought I'd share that with you, that bit, because that's a tricky bit for me. I'm now going to put together the rest of my food, and I'm going to sit down and eat. See you in a bit. I'm going to put this in the toaster. See you in a bit. So this is what I'm going to have. I've got some leftover some chips from the other meal I made. I've got some hummus. I've got some, like a big old stash of shredded lettuce. I've got some falafels. I've got some leftover chili. And I've also got my so I've toasted my pitta, and I've chopped it in half. And then I'm just going to sit and just chill out with it. And I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to fill up a pitta with a few bits and pieces. This chili is cold. I haven't heated it up. I thought maybe it might be quite nice to have the contrast between some warm chips and some cold chili. If I don't really like it, I can always skip it off and heat it up in a little bowl and put it back on again, and we'll go again. But it's got some warm pitta and all that sort of stuff, and some lettuce and that. So I'll go have a little go at this, have some dinner. See you in a bit. Bye.